Welcome everyone to another Antiques Valuation quiz. It's all upmarket stuff and it's dead easy to play along. This is Elstob and Elstob in Ripon. And we're back with Beat the Experts and David Elstob. I wonder how you did last time. If you did really rubbish, here is your chance to get him. So David is obviously from Elstob and Elstob in glorious Ripon, lovely North Yorkshire. David, and you have, as ever, three cracking objects.
A few sparkles there.
You like a bit of sparkling,
Bit of
you
sparkle,
do?
yeah.
Yeah,
I do
he
like
does.
sparkle.
He likes a bit of Blake, does David Elstob. Okay, hit us with it, David. What are we going to start with?
First up, this is what 12 to 1800 pounds of silver belt buckle looks like.
Oh, very nice indeed. Okay, what
Fabulous.
period?
This is Art Nouveau period, 1905, around
Yeah.
that area. Designed by a very well-known Manx designer called Archibald Knox.
Now, I didn't know that. Archibald Knox from the Isle of Man.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a Manx man. He designed jewellery and silver and metalwork and pottery for Liberty & Co, the department store in London. But he was also a very competent watercolour artist too.
Yes, yeah.
But his metalwork is very collectible.
Absolutely.
You come across his pewter, his Tudor pewter, more often.
Yeah.
This is beautiful because it is silver, it's hallmarked, it's got a Liberty & Co hallmark on it.
Now that makes a difference, doesn't it? The fact that it was retailed through Liberties of London. The
Yeah.
store that you can go in today.
It's a great name.
It's a great name, and it's in the same location, isn't
Yeah.
it? That lovely Tudor-looking
Wonderful
building.
department store.
Yeah.
So there are people who collect Liberty, there are people who collect Knox, there are people who collect silver and enamel, there are people who collect belt buckles.
Art Nouveau.
So it hit Art Nouveau. So
Yeah.
we've got 5 collecting areas there.
Now, how important is that for you as an auction to tap into those collecting areas? And how do you tap into them? How do you make the market aware that this pretty special thing is coming on the market?
First and foremost, I would say this is a collecting area that we are very strong in. Anything Art Nouveau, arts and crafts, metalwork,
Yeah.
we have a lot of buyers for.
Okay, good.
We put our catalogue online on 6 live bidding platforms.
Sure, yeah,
So
okay.
we have America, Europe,
Yeah.
everywhere covered.
Okay, where do you think that will sell to?
I think I'll sell that to a buyer in the northeast.
You don't?
I do.
Why particularly the northeast?
Because I know we have some collectors.
Ah, right, okay, so, all right, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to know the buyer and of course the seller,
Yeah.
and the two never meet.
Yeah.
You're the in-between, you're the introducer.
The buyer and the seller probably live about 40 minutes away from each other.
Isn't that remarkable? So this came out of the northeast of England?
It did.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
How very interesting.
Wonderful thing, and the enamel is so vivid.
Colours are great.
Oh, fabulous, and lovely, these little heart-shaped enamels. The silver's got a good polish to it. I think it's probably been repolished, but I think collectors on Liberty metalwork tend to, some people like things polished, some
Yeah.
people don't.
Well, you can't cater for everybody,
No.
David, can you?
I think generally people do prefer it polished. So it's just a fabulous thing, the design and everything. Of the kind of belt buckles that Knox designed for Liberties, this is the most desirable design.
Okay, good. So incredibly commercial if you've got the money. So tell us again, estimate.
Estimate is 12 to 1800 pounds.
Okay, do you think it might do better?
I think with a decent wind behind it, it might do 2,000.
Okay, there you go. That's the prediction from David Elstob. But the auction prediction, 1,200 to 1,800.
Yeah.
Quite a broad spectrum there. Yeah. What do you think? Do you know anything about Knox, the designer at Art Nouveau? Do you like it? Would you pay that amount of money for it? Let us know in the comments down below. Get playing along because David is about to perform.
It's great fun.
You better do a good job, David.
I'll try my best.
Okay, here he goes on the rostrum. Let's find out how much it really sold for. Okay, here we go. Now, the beady-eyed amongst you will notice that either David Elstob has got an awful lot better looking or he's not on the rostrum. I don't know what happened there, but who cares? Let's see how much this belt buckle really sells for. Here we go.
Bid with me at, sorry, £1,000. Do I see 1,100 anywhere? Bid with me at £1,000. 1,100. Easy Life's bid now. Easy Life's bid at 1,100. Do I see 12? It's a lovely thing. This. Don't let it pass. I've got £1,100 bid. 12 in the room. £1,200 bid in the room. It's £1,200 bid on the buckle now. Do I see 1,300 anywhere? £1,200 bid, 1,300 on Easy Live now. I'll get to you 14 if you like. 14 back in the room. £1,400 bid for the buckle. It's a lovely thing, isn't it? You're going to try again at 15. It's £1,400 now. Bid in the room. Do I see 1,500 from anyone? I'll give you some time. It's £1,400 bid in the room. 1,500 back on Easy Live now. 1,500 on Easy Live. 16 if you like. 16 back in the room. I've got £1,600 bid. £1,600 bid for the buckle. Lovely thing. £1,600 bid now. Are we all done and finished now? It's £1,600. We all done and finished. Fair warning. 16.
Right, there we have it. £1,600 plus auctioneer's commission, of course, which actually will take it to close to £2,000. So old David Elstob was pretty bang on there. Where he went, nobody knows. But never mind. What a lovely thing. Let me know how close you were in your mind with your valuation on that rather special belt buckle. Right, let me know. But here we go. Let's move on to item number 2. Right, welcome back. How did you do? How close did you get to the final hammer price? Okay, David, item number 2. What have we got?
We've got a lovely, it's just a sweet little inkwell. I mean,
it makes me smile just looking at it. It's an owl.
It's just lovely. It's just great novelty value.
Novelty is important, isn't it? Tell us why novelty is sought after in the world of antiques.
Novelty accounts for an estimate of probably £1,000 to £1,500 on this.
Is that right?
That's how important it is.
1,000 to 1,500 for the silver owl head. Okay, it's an inkwell. Just before you tell us about it, if that was just a plain cylinder in silver, what would the estimate be?
Less than £100.
Oh my goodness me. I mean, that's surprising to me, and I've been doing this forever.
Yeah, less than 100.
So novelty is so strong in this business. Funny, quirky things.
Yeah. I mean, owls generally are quite collectible in silver. Owl pepperettes, and people do like them.
And people just like owls generally, don't they?
They do. Yeah. I think to get one just as the head's a bit more unusual, you generally get the full figure.
Yeah. Can you do an owl impersonation? Because I can.
Twittle.
That's very bad.
Is that good? I thought it was good.
No, that was bad. This is what you call good. Here we go, right? And it's not me going, ooh, like that. I was taught this in Africa by my African friend who would use these sounds out in the bush. So it took me years of practice. And you can do tropical birds. Listen. I don't know what tropical bird it is, but that's a tropical bird. Sorry, that was just an aside.
The Bill Oddie of the antiques world.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not cutting that out. I'm keeping that in. Okay, solid silver. It's a load of money. What date is it?
It's a London hallmark from 1907.
Whoa, okay, Edwardian. Yeah.
Made by W&G Neal, who were good run-of-the-mill silversmiths.
Yeah.
It's got the glass line is still in there, all intact.
That's original.
Which is original. That's the hallmarks on it.
Yeah. The eyes, I suppose they're like teddy bear eyes.
They are. I think there'll be glass eyes.
Glass eyes.
Kind of teddy bear eyes.
But if you look closely into those eyes, you can see the big appeal, can't you? You can see why that's £1,000 and more than an ordinary inkwell.
It's got a nursery look to it, I think, hasn't it?
Yes.
It's just charming, really.
And no dents particularly,
Yeah,
I don't think.
Good order, and again, nice set of clean hallmarks.
You love your clean hallmarks, David.
I just know how much collectors value it.
Yeah, yeah.
The lid's correctly hallmarked, the base is hallmarked. Maker's mark on the base, slightly rubbed, but legible enough.
I mean, you've been super critical there.
Well, we have to be when we're doing condition reports for people.
Ah, right, okay. So when you do a condition report, so someone's interested in buying something from the auction, what do you have to do? You're basically looking for fault.
Well, to start, our photographer will probably take 4 or 5 photographs of that for the online catalogue.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't suffice, people may ask for more images.
Okay.
So we've got that to start with. And then we may get asked for a condition report. So the first thing I always mention in a condition report is the hallmarks.
Right, okay, and how crisp
clear
they
and
are.
crisp they are, where they're positioned.
Where they're positioned, whether they're central.
Yeah.
So it's really quite nuanced, this,
and
when you think about it.
The lid of something should be marked. Is it marked?
Yes.
Is it marked correctly? Is the liner marked? Is it marked correctly? So that's for starters. And then we're looking for dents, repairs. Has the hinge been repaired? Is there any play in the hinge? Does it sit flush?
Right.
Have the eyes been on? Have they been off? Have they been replaced?
That's quite involved, isn't it?
Are there any dents which have been hammered out?
My goodness me.
On something which is period or Georgian, we may look to see whether there's been any engraving, crests which have been erased.
Later or yes, okay.
So there's a lot to think about.
Okay, so what you're saying is don't ask him for a condition report because it's a nightmare, isn't it?
It's a lot of work.
Oh, it is, it is.
Yeah.
It's something I just couldn't do this, which is why I don't run an auction. There's too much work involved for me running an auction, but that is beautiful. Estimate again?
1,000 to 1,500.
Wow, because it is an owl. How do you rate owls? Do you think 1,000 to 1,500 pounds is too much or too little?
It might fly.
He's been. How long have you been planning to say that?
I've not had an opening.
That's dreadful, dreadful. It might fly. What's your prediction? Let us know down below. David is about to sell it on the rostrum in about 3 seconds. So 3, 2, 1. David, over to you.
And yes, we've got him back on the rostrum. Must have been a tea break or something. But here we go. 1,000 to 1,500 pounds for the Edwardian owl. Isn't it gorgeous? Let's see how good you are in your mind with your valuations. Let me know how close you are to the final hammer price.
It's going to be a wise old owl bid on this at 750, 800, 850, 850 bid, 850, 850, 900 bid the route, at 900 bid, at 900 pounds only, all going to finish. Fair warning, we all going to finish at 900, all done.
Wow, look at that. Just goes to prove, as David said, novelty sells. This sold for about 10 times the price of an ordinary Edwardian inkwell. What a little beauty. How close were you in your mind with your valuations? Right, let's move on to item number 3, the final one.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you've done well with the owl and the belt buckle. We're on to our third lot now.
Over to you.
Thank you.
You know what you're doing.
Well, I should do by now.
You should, exactly. This is great for me because I haven't seen these things.
Yeah.
This is, I'm learning as you are learning. So go for it. What have we got?
We've got a piece of jewellery.
Yeah.
Which we have quite a lot of jewellery in the sale coming up. It's a lovely antique piece we have. It dates to the 1830s.
Wow.
And it's what we call a Halley's Comet brooch.
Okay, why?
Well, because it's supposed to be Halley's Comet.
Okay.
Or, in the form of, if you like. There was the second sighting, I think it was the second sighting of the comet in 1835.
Right, well that's interesting. So you can sort of categorically date it to just post 1835. Yes. Anyway, correct. Yes, okay.
So it's just a lovely little brooch, antique brooch with gold work. Then we've got these lovely diamonds which total about 1 carat.
Okay.
It's just lovely quality. The diamonds are nice and clean and bright and sparkly.
What would you call the cut on those diamonds? Would it be the old cut, obviously?
Yes, old cut
And
diamonds.
can you explain the difference between an old cut and a new cut, or not? Because the old cut is just rough, isn't it?
It's why we have a jewellery specialist.
Ah!
And it's why
You see,
it's not
this is
me.
live. This is filmed as live. He gets no time to prepare.
It's why I employ a jewellery specialist.
You do.
Yeah.
You can't be good at everything,
I can't be.
David. I mean,
Try
I'm
to
so
be.
pleased I've discovered a fault in you. Yeah.
There are many, I just hide them well.
So the old cut diamonds, is it hallmarked?
No hallmarks, which
No
is not
hallmark.
unusual
No,
for
no.
jewellery of this period.
So where do you think it's from?
I mean, I would say it's English. I would say it's probably London made.
Yeah, okay.
That period.
Okay, quite a grand thing.
Yeah, but it's quite small. It's elegant. It's not. Sometimes you get brooches and they're quite a statement. This is very, it's a kind of 3 centimetres.
So it's quite sophisticated.
It is.
Quite refined, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, how much money do you have to pay for something sophisticated and refined from the 1830s?
700 to 900.
700 to 900. But do you think that's the kind of thing, very easily, people watching this now at home could have in a drawer, looking manky and thinking it's worth nothing,
£700 to £900. It's a lot of money for a little thing that could be stashed in a drawer.
You say it's a lot of money, but you buy that from a jeweller and it's probably 5 times that amount.
Well, I know, that's true. That's true.
You know, there's nothing like buying jewellery from auction.
No, substantially cheaper
Yeah.
to retail jewellery. Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
Sorry to all the retail jewellers out there. But any top tips for, you know, if someone has something like that at home and it's grimy and it's dirty and they found it in Granny's drawer, how do they go about discovering whether it has any value? Bear in mind it has no hallmarks. Are you happy just to have pictures sent in to you?
We probably deal with 50 inquiries, jewellery inquiries a day.
A
People
day?
want valuations.
Right, okay.
So we're happy to. Please don't clean it until we've looked at it or do anything to it.
Top tip, tell them
You
why.
know, because stones may be loose, and if you clean them, stones may come out of settings.
Right, okay.
You know, certain stones, especially coloured stones, you have to be careful when you clean them because they will react to heat.
Right, okay.
So, there's a
So
lot of
don't
things.
do anything to them.
Don't touch it.
Is it true that when people think they're improving the value, they're killing it?
Yeah,
Leave that to you.
yeah, leave
Okay.
it to us.
And when you find a new home for it, your buyers, are they much keener to buy something as found that maybe needs a bit of restoration?
Absolutely.
Right.
People like seeing things in the raw.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
To know exactly what they're dealing with.
Okay. So let them do the restoration.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a top tip if you're selling something. Don't go to any great expense in restoring an item. Let the buyer do that to their standard, their taste. They may not even want to restore it. So sometimes you don't get your restoration costs back.
Absolutely. I mean, I look at that and think actually if a dealer bought that, they might make a pendant out of it.
Right, there you go.
I
Leave
mean,
it to the
make
next buyer.
work quite well as a pendant, but yeah, leave it to the next buyer. Don't start fiddling.
No. Okay.
the
Top
market.
tip. Top tip. There
No
you go. He's
no
saving
fiddling.
you a fortune here. Okay, David. Right, 700 to 900.
Yeah.
All right. Gut feeling for you?
I think we're about right.
You're about bang
Yeah.
on. Okay. What do you think? Is he bang on? Is he too expensive? Is he too cheap? What do you think? Make your guesses. Let us know down below. Here we go. Item number 3, about to be sold in auction. David, go for it.
I'm going to go for it.
700 to 900. Here we go.
£600, 550 bid, 600 I'll take. At 550, go see 600 next. At 550 bid, 600, 650 bid, 650 bid, 650 go see 700. At 650 bid, 700, 750 bid. At 750 bid, then we all done and finished. Fair warning, 750 all done. 750, 832. Thank you.
Well, there you go. 750 hammer price plus, of course, the auction commission. Looks like Halley's Comet there now, doesn't it? How did you do in your mind? How were you with your valuation?
Welcome back, everyone. How did you all do? Let us know. I hope you fared well. That was a lovely bunch, but gosh, the next lot is really special.
Oh, you're a teaser. Okay, so...
Say no more.
Okay, come back for the next episode and let's see if he's telling the truth. He reckons the next lot are even better than that. Thank you, David, as ever. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you.
Please do subscribe and all of that. Till next time, I'm David Harper. Cheerio.
I'm David Elstob. Bye for now.
Cheers.
Good.
Really nice. Just make sure everything was recorded.
Are you wanting to